Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard. This is DZ Aviation coming to you once again for a new video. This time on Explain again. I considered doing a flight on Microsoft Flight Simulator, but hey, listen, I've been having so much fun on Explain 12, and so I wanted to check it out again. This time in the US of A. We all know that the United States of America on Explain are fully loaded with a lot of details default, and that is the reason why I decided that maybe we're off for a good little ride here in the US of A. We're currently seated here with our good old Zibo 737 under the colors of United Airlines, Gate Alpha 12, Seattle International. You probably noticed the Alaska hangars right behind us. And today we'll be headed down south, of course, so we can explore Northern California with an arrival on San Francisco. Scenery provided to us by Mr. X6 under the short final design team. So we'll be flying today on VATSIM as usual, and I guess that's pretty much it for today. As you can see, weather behind us is pretty bad in Seattle. They are obviously forecasting rain for the remainder of the day. We got a lot of clouds right now, 3,300 feet. Let me tell you what the METAR says right now. And as you guys know, on these short videos, we're not going to be doing any checklists or going in depth with too much stuff. Right now, the METAR in Seattle is calling for rain, obviously. Visibility 5 Celsius miles. Scattered clouds at 3,500, broken at 3,300, and overcast at 7,000 feet. With the altimeter at 29901. My bad. And the temperature is sitting at 18 with a dew point at 13. So as you can see, a pretty typical September weather for the West Coast. And aside from that, in San Francisco, it's doing pretty well. We got winds from 33010, visibility 10 Celsius miles, few clouds at 500, but very thin layer. However, temperature 21 with the dew point 13 and altimeter 2985. So they got low pressure going down the state of California. However, we up north have high pressure. There you go, guys. So first thing first, let's head inside our cockpit. We got the beautiful rain effect here on our Zibo, which we're gonna be enjoying today. Start our battery, seatbelt signs auto, and we get the strobe lights position into steady. Go ahead and have this chalk set, GPU connect, and we call for our GPU connection.
Ground services requested.
And by the same mean, we'll have the ground handling deluxe triggered. Again, same as last time. Nothing has changed really in configuration. And so afterwards, we'll go to the airside services. Now it's becoming something that we're getting used to. We have 160 passengers today. Cargo, no freight. A zero fuel weight of 131.728. That's in pounds. And a block fuel of 18,126 pounds. So we can simply activate that. Go back to our screen here. We call our jetways. They're coming. And while we wait for the fuel truck to come to us, we go here and fine tune a couple of things here. First thing first, we go to the D-Link AOC menu and we go to the flight log. FMC, position initialization. We go ahead and select our position. So Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha. And we go to, I guess, gate Alpha 12 or 12 Alpha. I don't know what the layout is. Well, it's Alpha 12. And we will request our flight plan. Simply hit that button right there. And it should be good to go. And then while we're doing that, we can go up here to the iris display, align left and right, and we can load our route here. Back to the pause init, GPS left coordinates, go into the set iris position, cruise wind uplink ready, nice, good touch here. We go ahead and verify our flight plan. Looks like we have all of the main routes. However, we still need to pick our departure runway. So we're looking for 16 left right now. Let me just take a look at that here. They're indeed calling for the 16 left. So we can go for the 16 left, and then we will need to contact the tower, or I guess the control, or I guess for this matter, a ground controller, to get our, hold on, to get our clearance. So give me a sec.
Descend, maintain 4000, Alaska 611. American 578, turn left heading 270. Left heading 270, American 578.
And Seattle Control, good afternoon. This is United 737. We're sitting at Seattle with the weather ready. Copy after clearance to San Francisco as well.
United 737, Seattle Center, expect a PDC.
PDC, yeah, United 737. So they are sending us the PDC, which is the pre-departure clearance.
Center, Delta Alpha Alpha, Charlie Mike, Brett, Seattle, ready to push back and start with Mike. I'm sorry, with Charlie.
And
Delta Alpha Alpha, Charlie Mike, Seattle Center, push and start is approved, tail south, Alpha taxi.
I'm obviously still sick. Got a little bit of a nasty virus here.
Tail south, call you back for taxi for Alpha Charlie Mike.
And that's where we're at right now. Right, weather, we got our PDC.
Delta 2809, expect the RNAV Zulu, runway 16, right approach from Vashon.
Limited routing, call sign 737. Alright, so
American 578, turn left heading 180.
Departure.
Left heading 180,
Seattle,
American 578.
SFO.
Alaska 611, maintain 210
So we
knots.
got the Harab 6 arrival.
210 knots, Alaska 611.
Correction,
Osprey
Harab
53
6
Juliet, caution
departure.
traffic at your 12 o'clock, about
Harab
5 miles
6
is 3,000 feet below on final for Boeing Field, no factor.
Perfect. And we're gonna...
I'm looking out for traffic, Osprey 53 Juliet. American 578, turn right heading 130, join the localizer. Right heading 130, American 578. Sorry, American 578, left.
We're gonna go back to Unicom just because it's too loud. Now we obviously need to think. So Seattle to SFO, Harab 6 departure, Erave, Quebec 1, Etchi. Oh. They change our route. Erave, Quebec 1, Etchi, Emelbec. Alpha, Diga 4, SFO, okay. Squawk. They give us squawk. And there you go, maintain 7,000, expect flight about 270, 15 minutes from Seattle, VORTAC. Departure frequency 135.45. The route has been amended, check fixes, contact for push. Okay. Alright, so we will set our initial altitude here to 7,000. And guys, let me just tell you one thing. It is glitchy right now with all of the all of the traffic we have here. So I'm gonna try to disable the global or traffic global. See if it works better. Traffic global. Let's try to disable it. Oops. Let's take it off. That's actually not doing much, but hey, there's a lot of traffic on VATSIM in this area, and so I am feeling a little bit more comfortable with the idea that we just have to handle the VATSIM traffic. Let's do this here. Stabilize our compass. It takes a little while here as opposed to the one on MSFS, but in reality that's how long it takes. Perfect. So our departure, we said it's gonna be the Arab 6 departure. Looking at Volanta, everybody is departing from let's check this guy here. This guy leaving Seattle. Just checking for the departing traffic. Obviously going down to the one six right, 16 left. Obviously, okay, that's a good thing. The arrivals available. Diga 4. We're looking for the 28 left, and that is gonna be a final for the arrival. I'm looking at Navigraph again, so you guys may not be seeing much. So let's go ahead and see what the amendment was for. Check the fixes. Alright, so they cleared us. E-Rave 1. Let's do this better. So they give us E-Rave and then Quebec 1. And then Etchy. And then from Etchy ML Beck. And then from ML Beck, that's it. So E-Rave transition it is. There you go. 1.6. So we pick the 1.6, the Arab, and E-Rave transition. So it all connects together. And our arrival, we said everything should be alright. ILS 28 left. We picked up Diga 4. And we have a ML back transition. So that's this one right here. Alrighty guys. Okie dokie. Go ahead to the legs page. See if we have anything that is missing. We got vectors here. We're gonna erase that. And I guess we're all good to go. Active. No, we don't want to request anything. There you go. Pretty good to go. Let's go here. Cruise altitude, flight level 270. The cruise winds today are at about 242 at 50. And the temperature up there, pretty cold if I may guess. Top of climb, we're looking at minus 36. So we'll go minus 36 C for Celsius. There you go. Our zero fuel weight should be as mentioned. So 101. Oh, we haven't loaded the passengers yet, so we will revisit that. We got a cost index of 20. My bad. 20 here. And that's it. So let's board our passengers. Our passengers are about to get in. We can go ahead and plan for our pushback. It is obviously going to be a pushback towards this side.
Round to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
must say it's pretty weird. Simulator showing 24 FPS. It's kind of not so fluid. Not as much as I would like it to. But hey, it's explained, it's ready, it's still functional. So I can't complain, to be honest with you. Let's take a look at what is causing all of this. VRAM profiler. Obviously, X-Plane is taking a lot of resources. What is really taking that much resources? XP Realistic? No.
Guys, the wheels on board.
Okay, that's not a lot. Zebo. Okay. Let's go to the plugin admin and see the performance. Ah, Lua is taking a lot. Lua is taking quite a lot. Never mind. Not a big deal. So, for our loads, we got everything in pounds. Awesome. Still loading. We're looking for a zero fuel weight of 131.728. I really apologize, guys, again. Got a nasty virus and I have to deal with it. So the idea behind these impromptu pre-recorded streams is really, like I mentioned last time, it's really intended to be videos in lieu of me doing live streams. And this is simply because I'm not able to do a live stream because I do not have the energy. I'm obviously flying. This is my hobby. I keep doing it. But I am I'm sick, so I need to do it in a much more relaxed and laid back way. Good God, 24 FPS in a cockpit. Let's see what we get from the outside here. Guaranteed it's all about the weather. This is all weather related. At a default airport still, it's quite heavy. So let's take a look at what is the heading of our runway. That is 164. .164 is our heading. We do the same thing for the course. Don't mind baby crying. He recently stopped liking to be in the playpen. So, yeah, he cries. When we have something to do and put him in the playpen, he cries because he wants us to be with him all the time. Which is good, but loud. Okay, so we'll be very patient and wait for our loads to complete before we head out. While we're loading, let's do something here. and explore this default airport, which was brought to us by X-Plane. So it's a default airport. Looks pretty similar to the way it looked on X-Plane 11. So I would say it is fair to say that this is a remake of it. Canadian flags. Okay. Although we are in the US, there's Canadian flags. Okay. Should we be happy about it? Should we Canadians be happy with it? I guess so. Well, nothing wrong with having the Canadian flag at Seattle International, or like they call it, Saitek. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, guys, FPS is just not good. Not good. And you compare this to Flight Simulator on a pay-where scenery, and let me tell you, that's day and night. You can't compare these two. I don't know why it is so exaggerated. Probably because of the I'm sorry, but totally useless ground vehicles here at the airport. They're really here just as an eye candy. They don't serve any purpose. They come to you with your airplane, obviously, to simulate you being serviced, but they don't add anything to the airplane. If only they could interact with the airplane and add some fuel, some passengers, some weight, whatever. They're not. They're obviously not here for any tangible purpose. That's the cargo bay. I mean, the airport looks pretty good. Everything looks accurate. We're using the map enhancement autofill, which may or may not be one of the reasons why things are overclocked right here in terms of details. But it could also be the weather. Well, I hope it gets improved in the future. And certainly for today's flight, I hope it gets improved after we pass through this layer of clouds that we have it. Back to our airplane. Let's take a look at the zero fuel weight. We're obviously getting close to our desired planned loads. We can already proceed and turn our fuel pumps on. Do we have any fuel in the center tank? Yes, we do. So let's turn it on. Have the yaw dampers on. Window heat. We're actually late. We should have turned it on earlier because it's kind of chilly out here. Seatbelt signs on. Let's get the APU on. Second wiper should also be on. We can hear our APU getting started. We'll change the flight level right here to 270, and of course at San Francisco the elevation is pretty low, 13 feet, so 50 should be the right thing here. Alrighty. Okay, boarding is completed. Let's go ahead and take a look at our zero fuel weight, 131728, exactly like what we planned. Let's go and reset it here. Take a look at our reserves, so the final reserves of this flight. So final reserve 2.4 plus 30.
All right, we've got
303, so that's 549. 5.49. 5.49 goes here. Altitude constraint, okay. Alright. Take off, we go with flaps 5. And we go with this, and obviously we will trim to 425, so it'll be a little bit higher here. That should be right there. We'll go ahead and enter 149 right here, and obviously we'll see if we can increase the brightness here. Not this one. Doesn't seem to make any dip. Oh, yeah, there you go. So now we're better. So much better. Alright. Okay, so now that we have our performances entered, airplane is ready, we can simply go ahead and wait, did I forget something? No, I didn't. Init B, all good. Annual limits, take off. Perfect. So we got everything set. Let's go ahead and have
Ground
the
services
anti-collision
completed.
lights on. We're gonna contact the.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to make a 180-degree turn to your right and then taxi via Bravo to 16 left. Okay, copy that.
And Seattle Center, United 737, sitting at gate Alpha 12 in Seattle, ready for push and start.
United 737, Seattle Center, push and start straight back, call for taxi.
Straight back, we call back a taxi 737.
Delta 5303, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Okay.
Runway 16 left.
So we will replan. He said straight back.
Royal Maroc 210, roger, no worries, clear direct stay
Down
on,
to
climb maintain
cockpit,
flight level
plan
350.
acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Okay.
Down to
Station
cockpit,
center stepping away
close
for 5 minutes.
ready.
And we're calling them.
Seattle Center, it's almost 10:60, requesting IFR to Portland with information, Charlie.
Right.
He's taking a break real quick. He'll get back to you when he's back.
Gotcha, thanks.
By the same mean, we can have the logo lights on.
Center's back, sorry about that, break. Delta 2809, maintain 3000 till established, cleared ILS runway 28 right approach.
3000 still established, and do you mean cleared ILS 16 right for 2809?
Yeah, 16 right.
Alright, we'll maintain 3000 and cleared ILS 16 right, Delta 2809.
Okay, all doors and
Seattle
hatches are
Center,
closed.
Southwest 1060,
Ready.
requesting IFR to Portland with information, Charlie.
Southwest 1060, Seattle Center clearance on request, standby.
Standing by, Southwest 1060.
It is busy, man.
Center Delta Alpha Alpha Charlie Mike, Airport 6009.
Delta Alpha Alpha Charlie Mike, Seattle Center radar contact, climb maintain flight level 370, clear direct, Klamath Falls VOR.
370 clear direct Klamath VOR for Charlie Mike.
Releasing the parking brakes.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted.
Seattle
Release
Center,
parking
American
brake.
578, we actually made it, clear runway 16 right
Starting
at,
pushback,
Big
and
Whiskey.
you may start engines.
American 578,
on.
Seattle Center, roger, good job. On November cross runway 16, center, hold short 16 left.
So
At November,
exactly
cross
as
16
scheduled.
center, and hold short on runway 16 left, American 578.
Delta
Engine number
5303, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Delta 5303. Taking off now. Thanks.
Rouge 1902, cross Disco at 5000, Victoria altimeter 2987.
Yeah, cross Disco 5000. Altimeter confirmed and checked. Rouge 1902.
We're already beyond.
Sun Country 295 at Schaefer, cleared ILS runway 28 right approach.
We were actually expecting 28 left, if that's okay.
Flaps 5.
Sure, Sun Country 295, add Schaefer, cleared ILS 28, left approach.
Schaefer, cleared ILS 28 left, Sun Country 295. Thanks.
Delta 5303, Seattle Center, radar contact, taxi altitude.
Delta 5303 at 2100.
Delta 5303, climb maintain flight level 350, clear deck Jinmo.
Going up to 350, clear direct what again? I'm sorry.
Direct Jinmo.
Going direct Jimmo up to 35,000 feet, Delta 5303.
Delta 29, runway 16 right, clear to land. Clear to land 16 right, Delta 2809.
Alright.
Victor Hotel 1920,
Continuous.
to Glacier 3 arrival, landing
Get
south,
the
Seattle altimeter
generators
29901.
Altimeter 29901 and descend via the Glacier 3 arrival for
everything auto isolation.
American 814, leave my airspace, Salt Lake offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, have a safe flight.
Frequency change for American 814, same. And Rouge 1902, confirming you said 5,000 feet and not 150.
Operation complete. Go
Yeah,
ahead and set the
5,000 at
second
Disco.
Confirm, Rouge 1902.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Delta 965, requesting takeoff clearance from runway 16 left.
Delta 965, runway 16 left, line up and wait.
And United 737 ready for taxi. United 737 Seattle.
Stand by.
Roger.
All aircraft on the ground at Seattle, please contact Seattle Tower 119.9er. Thanks very much.
Tow is disconnected. And
Seattle
bypass
Center,
pin has been
November
removed.
119
Cancel
William,
on the right.
with
We'll see
you
you next
at,
time, and have a safe flight.
Okay, so we need to contact Seattle now. 119er, decimal 9er.
Seattle Tower, American 578, holding short of runway 16 left at November. American 578, Seattle Tower, good afternoon. It'll be 1 second. I think I'm going to send a plane before I cross you. No problem. Take your time, American 578.
Delta Airlines 965, requesting takeoff clearance. We're lining up and waiting, and runway 16 left.
There's gonna be some waiting time here, so
Delta 965, Seattle Tower, good
ahead and check our
afternoon.
controls.
Wind 270 at 6, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. Runway 16 left.
full right. Did they do full up and then full down? No. Okay, let's do it again. I'm tired.
Seattle Tower,
Full
good
up.
afternoon. Delta 2809,
Full
we
down.
just landed.
Full
We're
left.
currently on Papa, holding short of runway
Right.
316 center.
Rather, all the way to the
Delta
right.
2809, Seattle Tower, welcome to Seattle
Center.
on Papa,
All
cross
the way to the
16
left.
center, hold short
And
16
centered.
left.
And we're gonna
Across 16
squeeze our
center,
tiller
Papa,
here.
hold short 16
Make sure that
left
it doesn't
for Delta
twitch.
2809.
At Seattle Tower, good afternoon. United 737. We're sitting on the taxi. We're ready for taxi runway 16 left.
United 737, Seattle Tower, good afternoon. Exit the ramp spot 88, runway 16 left, taxi via Bravo.
Spot 88, taxi via Bravo, runway 16 left. United 7.
Seattle Center, or Tower, sorry, Southwest 1060, we just wanted to know what we're ready to expect for departure. Southwest
Right.
1060, can expect 16
I guess
left.
we're good to go.
We'll expect 16 left, thank you, Southwest 1060. Delta
That's the last one
965, contact departure, have a good flight. American 578, where are you parking?
Concourse Charlie, American 578.
American 578, on Papa, cross 16 left, taxi to the terminal via Bravo, enter the ramp spot 66.
So the crazy part is we're at 20 FPS, but with the lossless scaler, we're technically at 39 FPS.
Yeah, sorry.
So the simulator is not
On November,
lagging at all on my screen. I don't know how you guys see it on your end,
Bravo, enter the spot
but on my screen, the simulator is very smooth. I barely need
Delta
to see
2809,
my
where are you parking
FPS
today?
anymore. You can see a little bit of,
Alpha 3 for Delta
I guess,
2809.
image deterioration. simply
Delta
because
28.9
now
on
it
Papa
lagged.
cross 16
So
left.
there is like a little bit of an
Taxi to
image
the ramp via Bravo into the
deterioration
ramp spot
simply
99.
because
That's the south side of the south
we
satellite.
got the scaling and
Cross 16 left.
I guess the wiper effect, since it's so fast,
Bravo spot 99.
kind of blurs things.
To the ramp for Delta
But
2809. Appreciate
it's
that.
looking pretty good. Like I said, I don't even need to look at my FPS. Like if I didn't have my FPS counter, I wouldn't even know that I'm at 23 FPS.
Alaska 49 Seattle Tower, good afternoon. It'll just be 1 second before I get you moving. And Alaska 49, do you have information, Charlie, on board?
And these guys here are waiting for who? Who's causing us all this traffic? Obviously, the Air Canada parked at the wrong runway. And the simulator that is so smart
965 requesting
that
to expedite to our final cruising altitude of flight level 150.
it can tell
Delta 965, you should be with Seattle Center 135.45.
it can tell that there is an
Okay,
airplane.
changing frequencies.
Seattle Tower, American 578, requesting to park next to the Alaska to our
Okay.
right.
So since we go into the
American
apron,
578, that's fine.
we have the runway turns off
Roger.
on.
Alaska 49, exit the ramp spot 66, runway 16 left, taxi.
And by the way, I'm confident that X-Plane is, I guess, Laminar is definitely going to work on these FPS issues because it's becoming ridiculous, honestly. Like, we're at the default airports. FPS shouldn't be this bad. It shouldn't be this laggy. It shouldn't be this, you know, jaggy. I'm running at like MSAA ×2 with FXAA on a 3080 Ti. You know, there's a lot of people reporting that they have the same performance as mine on a 4090. Well, clearly the bottleneck here with X-Plane is the CPU, since you can only use one CPU, one core. So I guess they would need to. I guess they would need to have some innovation when it comes to how things would be handled. But you know what? We're still having fun, anyways. It's not because of the cores that, or because of the FPS that we will stop using X-Plane. For now, it's all right. Lossless scaling is definitely helping. Although lagging at times. We're still running in real time, which is good. It is 23:15 Zulu. Local time 4:15 p.m. My time in Montreal is 7:15 p.m. And by the same means, shout out to my fellow X-Plane viewers from Montreal. If you guys happen to be stumbling upon this video. And as a general reminder, if you guys do like my videos and if you wish to watch more of these types of little videos of content, remember to share, like, and subscribe so that you can help the channel grow and so we can get into many more people's monitors or TVs or whatever.
And
thank you
Seattle
in
Tower,
advance.
Delta 2809. Looks like someone is parked at Alpha 3. We're going to go ahead and take Alpha 1.
Delta 2809, that sounds good.
I may try to uninstall the lighting thing, the Atmo lighting, whatever the name is. That may actually help things a little bit. I don't know. Still needs to be checked out. But definitely my settings are not really excessive. I'm pretty humble with my settings. Very, very humble with my settings, in fact. although I can run the same scenery, or should I say the payware scenery on MSFS at minimum 35, 36 FPS minimum, without even having the frame gen. I guess the physics engine on X-Plane is the reason behind all this. But let's stop ranting and let's focus on our flight and see how it goes. That's, I guess, the most important thing. It is still raining, but somehow I don't see any puddles on the ground. Could not be that much rain for the simulator to show the puddles. Alright, let's go to the LNAV and the VNAV. And we will be lining up on Echo, which is the next runway connecting point on the left. Did I just get disconnected because no, I didn't. I'm still online. And United 737 for Seattle Tower. We're about short of Echo, runway 16 left, ready for takeoff.
United 737, roger. Seattle Tower, Southwest 1060, requesting pushback. Southwest 1060, push approved, call for taxi. Call for taxi, Southwest 1060.
Alright, let's line up. United 737, we're holding short on Echo.
United 737, you should be full length. Please continue taxiing down to Charlie.
We'll continue taxiing until Charlie, full length, United 737. I just told him that I'm ready for takeoff and I'm short of Echo, and he said no, do full length. Okay. The runway is pretty long. I don't know why I should be doing full length, but anyways, it's raining, so I guess it's it has a cause. Please keep all conversations on the Unicom frequency professional and pertinent to traffic advisories only. Okay. Obviously they're sending these reminders because sometimes they're jokers, especially here in the US. So they want it all the way to Charlie.
United 737, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
Lift takeoff, United 737. So let's go ahead and have our landing lights on, strobe lights and wing lights. And finally,
16 left.
the simulator is getting a little more softer on us.
Have a good flight.
Okay. So we are lined
on
up.
Runway 16 left.
Let's go, guys. 40%. Forward pressure. Go. Check, reduce pressure. go, guys. And we off the ground. Gears going up.
Yeah, 737, contact departure 135.45. Have a good flight.
135.45. Thank you very much, United 737.
Here, the push altitude is 3,000 feet.
1,000.
Okay. Check.
Delta 965, this is going to be the crater to your arrival, landing west, Portland altimeter 29901.
And we stay on where we're heading.
Say again, please. Yeah, copy.
Delta 965, descend via the crater to your arrival, landing west, Portland altimeter 29901.
Copy that. Send your crater and altimeter 29901.
Delta 965, expect vectors for the ILS runway 16 right approach.
And confirming we're not accelerating anymore, we're just normal speed.
Correct.
United 737, good evening. We are on the Harab 6 departure, 3,300 feet for 7,000.
United 737, Seattle Center, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 270.
Climb maintain flight level 270, 737. Okay. So we'll make our turn, and we need to increase our altitude. There you go. Perfect. I'm sorry, we have not much to see outside, guys. Weather is disgusting right now, but at least the FPS are getting way better. way better than they were before. Coming close. There you go. We get the command A on. Go to the landing gear.
Center, WestJet 1912. Good night, radio check.
WestJet 1912, Seattle Center, 5x5.
Roger, Seattle. WestJet 1912, presently on track to.
Okay. So that's us.
Yes.
WestJet 1912, Seattle Center, say altitude.
WestJet 1912, presently altitude 350.
I fly by, of course.
WestJet 1912,
Wow.
Roger, squawk 3535.
Powerful, man. And the clouds actually look pretty
Squawk 3535, WestJet 1912.
much shorter one.
Unit 59, Seattle Center, radar contact, 50 miles northeast of
Condensation, wing
lost,
effect.
flight level 320, welcome. I'm sorry, 360.
So normally on the left side, we should be able to see
WestJet 1912, radar contact.
the huge mountain that they have.
The Coeur d'Alene via walk, clear direct.
Unfortunately, we can't.
Roger that, clear direct findings, WestJet 1912.
So one little thing I wanted to mention for those of guys, I'm losing my words. So one thing I wanted to mention for those of you guys watching the video, this video and other videos, I'm planning. Oh, here's the mount I was talking about. Pretty good. So what I'm gonna try to do in order to sort of not only support MSFS. Say again for United 737.
United 737, clear direct east on.
Direct east on 737. Okay, so he said we're cleared east on. There you go. Why cruise altitude change to 290? No, it shouldn't go to 290. Hold on a second. My cruise altitude will be 270. Dang. There you go. Not a problem. So yeah, my bad. The controller just came in between us while I was having that explanation. But what I'm trying to do as a simple way for me to kind of show support, not only for my MSFS viewers, but also for my Explain viewers. And since me as a person, I like both simulators, I thought that I maybe do a world tour. And by that what I mean is not going from point A to point B and then C and D, etc. all around the world. No. I wanted to focus on, let's say, one country per week. And then at the end of the week, we would move from country A to country B. And then the next week, we would start a new week. So a new country, etc., etc., etc. So that way, we would be technically flying around the world and visiting multiple countries. So we're going to have many more viewers watching us, I guess, and we will give them the opportunity to see their country on the simulator and how it looks. So I guess that's my idea. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Right now I'm just contemplating it. It is one of my ideas. Some of them may never happen. Some of them will happen. I'll see. I just want to have some feedback from you guys. So let me know in the comment section if you guys good with this idea of doing world tours. Not in a, I guess, traditional world tour fashion, but rather in a kind of different one. We do want to fly everywhere in the simulator. We do want to focus on every single country in the world, but I mean, there's too many countries for us to visit. We can still do it technically, but again, I'm gonna try to run it by you guys, so you guys tell me which country you want me to focus on. Obviously, I have my viewers from Algeria. They will say Algeria. Obviously, a huge part of my viewers right now is from Algeria, but until it grows and until I get demand for other countries, you know, I will either have to run it by you or do it myself. Either way, we'll see how it goes, and I will give you more news about it as we get closer to when it will start happening. Right now, I don't have any schedule yet, and in fact, in my personal life, my work schedule is possibly going to be changing. So I guess let's see how it goes. So we got our FPS back, finally.
Center, Delta 5303, we're wondering if I can just hang out here at 32,000 feet. We're getting some pretty serious turbulence at the moment.
Delta 5303, can you do 310?
Okay, that's fine. I'll take 310.
Delta 5303, just maintain flight level 310. That'll be your final.
So I'm hoping that the scenery from SFD has been well optimized for us to have a smooth experience when we arrive. Because San Francisco, don't get me wrong, it is a pretty heavy location.
From Delta 965, turn right heading 190.
Usually on X-Plane, as per my memory, it's a pretty heavy location in terms of performance usage.
Thank you very much.
Center Alaska 1191, we're going to step away for like 5 minutes.
Roger, call me when you're back.
Roger.
November 24 Foxtrot, contact Seattle approach 125.6, good day.
125.6, see ya.
This is Delta 965, can I just direct to Hannah here? And resume
Delta 965, turn right heading 250, join the localizer.
Delta 965.
Delta 965, join the localizer. Delta 965, clear deck Hannah, cross Hannah at or above 3000 at Hannah, clear ILS runway 28 right approach.
Clear direct to Hannah, clear to ILS and 28 left approach.
Negative 28 right.
28 right, I'm sorry, my FNC here is called, my president, I think I filed it for 28 right, left, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just
I told you to expect runway 28 right multiple times.
Come on.
Delta 965, I told you to expect 28 right multiple times.
I'm sorry.
Alright, Delta 965, clear ILS runway 28 left approach.
Clear the ILS 28 left approach.
Rouge 1902, leaving my airspace, Victoria Terminal offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, have a safe flight.
Yeah, thanks for the service, good job. Rouge 1902.
Thanks. Delta 965, contact Portland Tower 123.77.
Thank you very much for contacting Tower on 23.775.
Center Southwest 1060, 6,300, climbing 15,000.
Southwest 1060, Seattle Center, climb maintain 17,000.
Climb maintain 17,000, Southwest 1060.
November 8853, Victor, leaving my airspace, Oakland offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, have a safe flight.
Open in no man's land, 5-2 Victor, see ya.
Delta 2550, leave my airspace. Salt Lake offline, radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a safe flight.
The 130 Alpha, Samson inbound course, VOID approach.
November 130 Juliet Alpha, roger. No traffic observed between you and the field. Report movements approach this frequency. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Frequency reports misdirection of this frequency is in Java.
Center, good afternoon. Delta 2851, 8,300, climbing 15,000, ignore me.
Delta 2851, Seattle Center, climbing King flight level 350.
Flight level 350, Delta 2851.
Alaska 49, leave from airspace, Vancouver offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, have a safe flight. Center, hello, American 4 Heavy 8,000, climbing 15,000. American 4, Seattle Center, climbing flight level 300. 300, American 4. Southwest 1060, descend via the crater to arrival, landing west, altimeter 29091. Set via crater to arrival, we got the altimeter, Southwest 1060. Seattle Center, radar contact, climb maintain 14,000, clear direct Kuga.
14,000, clear direct Kuga, 494 heavy.
Citizen 130 Juliet Alpha on this approach with you.
November 130 Juliet Alpha, Seattle Center, radar contact by the published miss, same intentions.
Published miss, and we'd like to request pictures for the RF approach runway 31 left back to Harrisburg, please.
Verify 31 left or 13 right?
31 left, 0 Alpha.
0 Juliet Alpha, there's no ILS, 31 left.
RF, air navigation, GPS approach 31 left.
Oh, roger, okay. Flight heading 360.
360, 0 Alpha.
Victor Hotel 1920, back with you, flying 260.
Victor Hotel 1920, Seattle Center.
Delta 494, have you requesting stop wait for 2 minutes?
Delta 494 Heavy, that's approved. Call when you're back.
We'll call when you're back.
Seattle Center, November 24 Foxtrot, 10,000.
November 24 Foxtrot, Seattle Center, roger. Victor Hotel 1920, and maintain 5,000.
5,000, Victor Hotel 1920.
November 24 Foxtrot, and maintain 8,000.
Descend maintain 8,000, November 24 Foxtrot.
Victor Hotel 1920, turn left heading 190, intercept the 16 right localizer.
Left 190 and intercept the localizer.
Climbing 12,000, inbound Kilo Sierra 14 India.
Speedbird 2124, Seattle Center, climb maintain 51360.
Climb and maintain flight 360, Kilo 2924.
Victor Hotel 1920, 7 miles from Finca, cleared Alice 16 right approach.
Clear the Alice 16 right approach speed.
Delta 494 back to cockpit.
Delta 494, roger.
Remember 24 Foxtrot, did you come in?
Negative. 446, Seattle Center, climb maintain, flight level, correction, climb maintain on 5000.
Climb maintain 7000, not close to the 600.
Alright, so we've reached our cruise altitude. From this point on, what I'll do is
American 4 Heavy, Vancouver's offline, we would leave my airspace.
I'm gonna be passing forward to the top of descent, and then we'll meet you right there.
Number 2 at Echo, then my cord altimeter 2994. 2994, turn that Romeo, thanks. Actually, my apologies, 2989er for the McCord altimeter. 89er for Black Romeo, thanks. United 446, clear direct Normie, climb maintain flight level 3900.
Direct to Normie, climb maintain flight level 3900, 9437.
So it's an November 130 Juliet Alpha, should we still stay on heading 360?
Number 0 Juliet Alpha, you wanted the RNAV 31 approach?
Affirmative, we would like to get back just for the RNAV approach, 31 left.
Number 0 Juliet Alpha, turn right heading 090.
Right 090, and Sergio Alpha.
Delta 494 descend via the Hawks 8 arrival, landing south, Seattle altimeter 2991.
Descend by the Hawks 8 arrival, landing south, and Seattle altimeter is 2991. Delta 494 heavy.
Speedbird 6 Bravo, leave my airspace, Seattle, Salt Lake Center's offline, radio service terminated, frequency change approved.
So this is Alaska 1191, I'm back.
Alaska 1191, you can descend via the Hawks 8 arrival, landing south, Seattle altimeter 2991.
Chevy Hawks arrival altimeter is 2991, Alaska 1191.
031 Bravo Whiskey, South Center rear contact. Climb maintain flight level 220. South Center, Victor Hotel, 1922, Council Tower. Victor Hotel, 1928, affirmative, connect tower. Affirmative tower, see you, thank you. Number 23120, Seattle, American Seattle Center. Rear to contact position as reported. Number 120, climb maintain final 260. Number 24 Foxtrot, turn right ending 260, descend and maintain 4000.
Turn right heading 260 and ascend and maintain 4000. November 24 Foxtrot.
Delta 5303, you're to contact lost. Number 1219 Lima, Oakland's offline, radio service terminated, frequency change approved.
Correction, Seattle Center, Alaska 1006, just started out of Seattle on the Summit 2 departure 3000.
Alaska 1006, Seattle Center, radio contact, climb maintain 15,000.
Climb and maintain 15,000, Alaska 1006. Schedule, that's west and 1 and 1 to what's the previous instructions to be?
Negative.
Speed at 6 Bravo Energy 1, I'm still pushing you on my foot with leaving your last basement.
Speedbird 6 Bravo terminated you a couple minutes ago, but Solix offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency approved, have a great afternoon. Speedbird 6 Bravo heading.
Southwest 1060, descend and maintain 4000.
Descend and maintain 4000, Southwest 1060.
Delta 494, expect Alice 16 right, set altimeter 29901.
We'll expect that 16 right, altimeter 29901, Delta 494 heavy.
Alaska 1006, climb maintain flight level 350.
Climb and maintain flight level 350, Alaska 1006.
Seattle Center, Austin is Alaska 1064 with you. 2,800 climbing up.
Southwest 1060, turn right heading 200, vectors for the Alice.
Could you repeat the heading, please, Southwest 1060?
200.
Wi-Fi heading 200, Southwest 1060.
Reserve Charlie Alpha, turn right heading 130.
130, Alpha.
Number 32 for Foxtrot, turn left heading 130, join the localizer.
Turn left heading 130, join localizer. Number 24 Foxtrot.
Oscar 1064, Sail Center radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 370.
Climb maintain, flight level 370, Alaska 1064.
Southwest 1068, it was just heading 200, join the localizer here.
Southwest 1060 negative, you can continue that turn right heading 250 to join the 28 right localizer.
250 to join the localizer, Southwest 1060.
Center Delta Alpha Charlie Mike, did you want us to switch?
Alpha Charlie Mike, sure you can go early. Oakland's offline or in a service terminated, frequency change approved.
Alright, frequency change approved, have a good night, Alpha Charlie Mike.
Reserve Charlie Alpha, continue our right turn heading of 280.
Right turn to 280, Alpha.
Yeah, departure, good afternoon, Alaska 427 with you, 2,600 for 7,000.
Let's go forward 27, Seattle Center radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 370.
Flight level 370.
Seattle Center, Alaska 1191 holding at Lion, so we can descend.
Alaska 1191, say again.
We're going to be doing a hold at Lima, India, November Echo, so we can get to our descent.
Alaska 1191, you should still be fine. The next fixer crossing is at or below 15,000.
Alright, so do you think we could just still, because on the SID, it's, we have to be there at 110.
Everyone to Foxtrot, I need you to maintain 3,000 and join the localizer, please.
Maintain 3,000, join the localizer.
Seattle Center United Delta 939, flight level 400, about 80 miles north of Seattle.
Yeah, 939, Seattle Center United.
Flash United 939.
Number 24 Foxtrot, discard.
Seattle departure, Mark 1030 is with you on the CLA departure, level 3,000.
Mark 1038, Seattle Center, climb maintain 7,000.
Climb maintain 7,000, Walk 1038.
Mark 1038, my apologies, climb maintain 4,000.
4,000, Walk 1038.
R2 for Foxtrot, 5 miles from Finca, cleared out, 16 right approach.
Number 24 Foxtrot, localizer, localizer.
Number 24 Foxtrot, cleared for the ILS, 28, correction 16 right approach.
Cleared for the ILS, 16 right approach.
2939, radar contact 17 miles, correction 27 miles northeast of the Painfield VOR flight 1400.
Roger, maintain 400, United 9 Let's go send a Nova 130 Juliet Alpha, should we stay heading to 80?
Razer Juliet Alpha, apologies, so you're clear direct to Nike, cleared up across Nike at or above 3000, cleared of RNAV through on left approach.
Kiddo Nike, at above 4000, cleared out of approach, 3 on left, 0 Alpha.
Southwest 1060, connect tower 123.77. Southwest 1060, connect tower. Negative 24 Foxtrot, negative. Number 24 Foxtrot, connect tower 119.9er.
Contact tower 1949.
Question 1912, sure, select centers offline, service terminated, frequency change approved. Delta 494, need you to turn left heading 340, did not tell you to turn off the star heading. Delta 494, make it heading at 330. Walker 1038, turn right headings 330.
Right turn 330, Walker 1038.
And Walker 1038, check the ILS or the RNAV into Painfield.
Dang, I was kind of hoping for the VOR Alpha, but we'll take the RNAV GPS.
Walker 1038, my apologies, you can get the RNAV Alpha, standby 1.
Alright, so thanks. It's going to be the VOR Alpha for Walker 1038.
Walker 1038, do you want it from Acebo or would you like vectors to final?
Honestly, I was hoping for direct to the pain VOR and then course reversal.
Walker 1038, can expect that.
Sweet, thank you so much, Walker 1038.
Delta 494, speed 210 less, turn right heading 070. turn right heading 130, join the 16 right localizer. Number 12 Zulu, disregard.
Go 130 Alpha, 2 miles from intel on the INF approach, 3 on left.
Number 0 Juliet Alpha, runway 3 on left, clear to land.
Go left to 0 Alpha.
Moscow 1191, expecting LS 16 right.
Expecting ILS 16 right, allow me left 91.
Delta 494, 1 miles from Finca, cleared LS 16 right. Delta 494, 9 miles from Finca, cleared LS 16 right approach.
Sir, LS 1191, do you think we can actually just take 16 standard?
Let's go 1191, stand by.
South Center, good evening, 1082 with 8 passenger, 2,500 for 7,000 on the mini flat departure.
Let's go 1191 negative, expect LS 16 right.
6 right, 1191, thank you.
United 1082, South Center, flight maintain, flight level 330.
Flight level 330 for United 1082.
And 1082, my apologies, contact fault 290, that's your final.
290 United 1082. I mean, if you need higher, we can go higher.
And 1082 negative. Delta 494, connect tower 119.9er. Number 12 Zulu, turn right heading 330. I'll get you to retrain your course in just a second here.
M12 Zulu. What to do that we can decide to need the LIGHTSPEED arrival.
Number 12 Zulu, second.
DBM 120, can we descend via the LIGHTSPEED arrival?
Number 13 Zulu, 2 Zulu, speed, actually say indicated airspeed.
We want to descend via the LIGHTSPEED arrival to follow the arrival into Spokane for TBM 120.
TBM 120, I understand that, but you and another aircraft are right on top of each other going to the same place. I need to space you both out.
Roger, TBM 120.
Number 120, say indicated airspeed.
Airspeed 217 knots, Mach point 54.
1 Bravo Whiskey, descend to the Heli 3, Heli 2 arrival, Spokane landing south, and cross Heli at 1-2000. Zulu, descend to the Heli 2 arrival, landing south, cross Heli at 1-2000.
Descend to the Heli 2 arrival, cross Heli at 1-2000, DBM 12 Zulu.
Romeo, the motorcycle tenor 29 or 78.
78 to 207.
Walker 1038, turn 20 degrees left, first spacing. I'll get you direct pain field in just a moment. Let's go, the 91 descend between 5,000. I didn't give you any turn left heading 330. Number 1 Bravo Whiskey, kind of Spokane approach 133.35. Go 191, you're still turning right, I need you to maintain 5,000. Number 1, 2 Zulu, contact Spokane approach 133.35. Let's go 1181 to make it a right turn, heading at 330. Walker 1038, clear direct to Painfield VOR, across the Painfield VOR at about 3,500, cleared VOR Alpha approach into Painfield.
Seattle Center, Alaska 427.
Alaska 427, go ahead.
Is it possible I can step away for about 5 to 10 minutes?
Alaska 427, approved, report back.
Will do, 427, thanks.
Delta 2851, leave my airspace, Salt offline, road service terminated, frequency change approved.
I love this effect when it goes all white. Once you're just about to leave the cloud layers. But it seems to be that we just left a cloud layer and we just got into another one. Or onto another one.
Good afternoon. Yeah, Alaska 336, passing 3,700.
Alaska 336, Seattle Center, air contact, climbing plane flight level 370.
Maintain level 370, thanks, Alaska 336.
At 737, leaving airspace, vehicles offline, or service terminated, frequency change approved.
That's 737, roger that. Thank you very much for the control. Have yourself a good rest of your day.
Take care.
122.8. So we're back, guys. A little before the top of descent. In fact, we're still 186 miles out. But I've noticed that because of the weather conditions throughout this flight, it kind of required our attention throughout the entire flight. And I couldn't really stay away from the cockpit. So, looks like we're gonna be here. Oh, the blooming effect is really good. Still looks like when are we gonna get out of the clouds? Looks like we're stuck. And finally out. Let's see where we just came from. So we just came from this huge chunk of clouds here. And we're heading towards another chunk of clouds. Alright. Not fun at all. We'll see how it goes. But it is something that actually happens in real life. Sometimes it has happened to me anyways. A couple of years ago I was doing a flight from Montreal to Vancouver in an Airbus A220. And we were flying at flight level 370. And we were flying over Alberta. And at some point it went completely white out. I was wondering what's going on. And then the captain made an announcement. Said, don't worry, it's just high level clouds. We're inside a huge chunk. It's gonna take about a few minutes, 20 minutes in fact, before we get out. So, sit back, relax, enjoy your flight. I was like, alright. Doesn't feel like a huge problem to me. But I mean, it's the same thing as, you know, crossing the clouds or getting inside the clouds at low altitude. The only difference is, obviously here it's very cold. But I guess we're all good. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, the daily life of a pilot, where you unfortunately don't have much to do in this type of conditions. In fact, as a streamer, you may have more stuff to do than a real life pilot. Enjoy the views and stuff like that, like this beautiful wing view. Nah, I'm just messing around. Had I not been sick, I would have done a live stream today, but unfortunately, I just couldn't have the sufficient amount of energy that is required to stream. But we're keeping up with the content. Hopefully, things are gonna get more loaded on the channel. So technically, as of next week, we should be back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. For those of you that want to watch MSFS. And then we'll take it from there. That is a massive amount of turbulences. Really aren't able to see anything anywhere around us. Look down and there's absolutely nothing. Fully white. I wonder if this is gonna continue much longer. If this type of weather is gonna continue much longer. Oh, it is for sure. It is. We're inside the clouds here for much longer, and then we'll clear the clouds, so we still have some good amount of it. So if it was up to me, I would definitely do a step climb, and I would go up to flight level 310 or like flight level 330 from here. Simply because, you know, we're inside the clouds and there's nothing to see. But it seems to be that this was not taken in consideration while I was planning my flight. Means that the weather here was not the way it is now. At the time I was planning my flight. It is 029 Zulu, and I believe we departed at, let me see, we departed an hour and 22 minutes ago, so it would have been 23:05 Zulu. That's exactly what it is here. 2305 Zulu, we departed. So at that time, it probably had the METARs from 2200 hours Zulu. And the weather didn't look this way. In fact, you're not looking at the radar. In fact, I mean, the radar here at the ND doesn't show much. But if you were to look at the METAR, you would notice that there is a little bit of a depression coming to California from the west, from the ocean side, into Fortuna and Redding, California. And it pretty much extends all the way down to UCLA or Santa Rosa, Sacramento. So yeah, that's what we're facing. Alright, and I believe we're leaving the last couple of chunks. It is indeed a pleasure to fly through these clouds. With the ortho imagery, it's really bluffing, man. If only the performance could be great, that would definitely be a game changer. Just the performance, because everything else is, I mean, ask my personal opinion and I would say, okay, what I need personally, because I'm entitled to my own opinion, I need useful ground services. Very important to me. Very important to me. Right now, unfortunately, on X-Plane, we have the default ground services, which are absolutely pointless. I don't even see the reason why they were created in the first place. So to me, every single minute that whoever worked on those ground vehicles spent, that was a waste of time. Okay? I believe that making it useful would involve... My bad. We disconnected the ALNAV by mistake. Yeah. I hit the yoke by mistake. So anyways, I believe they could have... Laminar Research could have earned big if they worked a little, I guess, a little harder on their ground vehicles. Because... I mean, whether you like it or not, having ground services around your airplane is part of simulating a flight. Because the flight comes, I mean, the flight starts at that point and ends at that point. You need to be refueled, you need to have the lavatory waters pulled, you need to have the water tanks refilled, you need to have your airplane de-iced, you need to, you know, have your airplane catered, you need to have your passengers on board and off board. So that is an actual realistic part of the flight. I know that Laminar Research is focusing more, I guess, on the physics aspect of the flight, but yeah, that's just a thing. That doesn't make up for the entirety of the flight simulator. You know, we agree that physics are a good part of what simulates the feeling that we have when we fly the Zebo or any other airplane on X-Plane. But at the same time, we need some realistic procedure, some realism. For example, X-Plane 11, ATC on X-Plane, who used it? Nobody used the ATC on X-Plane because it was completely pointless. X-Plane 12, they've finally been working on it. Weather on X-Plane 11 was pretty bad. Why did I get a message from the... Nice. So I got an auto ATC, courtesy of VAT USA. So they give you a dispatch. They just cleared me for the start, for the arrival portion of this flight. We're not quite there yet, but I guess it's a nice thing that they provided me with. So yeah, I'd like my ground services to be fully realistic, to be operating fully and dynamically, which means if the loaders approach your airplane, that would automatically open your cargo doors. If anything is loaded inside your airplane, that would automatically reflect the weights in real time that have been loaded onto your airplane or into your airplane. That, as a minimum, passengers could be animated when they board the airplane or when they exit the airplane. And I mean, give me a break. It's not something that is impossible. We can see clearly with the flight factor 777 that animated human beings is absolutely possible. We can see all of the staff surrounding the airplane. We see that they move. Even the walker that shows us the bypass pin after pushback has been completed is very well animated. Looks pretty good. So that's one thing. And yeah, I guess. So I want my ground services to be fully operable, functional. I want, obviously, real weather as accurately as possible. And the rest is all good. I mean, the simulator is doing pretty well. When it comes to system depth, it's pretty good. The Zibo is, to this date, the best and most realistic airplane, period. Period. No ifs and buts. And the immersion you get from it is just simply uncomparable. You can't compare the level of immersion you get with the Zibo, a freeware airplane, to anything else. Alright, about 68 nautical miles before we descend. Let's go ahead and get our speeds ready. We're looking for flaps 40, 141 knots. Let's go ahead and figure out the frequency, 109.55. So 109.55. And 109.55 on both sides. And we said the course will be 284, so let's just set it up here quick. 284, right, and on the right side, 284. And maybe this one as well, since we may use it for emergency purposes. $284, perfect. Everything is going well. And as soon as we hit our top of descent, which is gonna be ML back, we want to go down to 11,000 feet, so 1,000. Let's go for 1,000, and let's carefully analyze what happens next as we approach a busy area. I mean, San Francisco is maybe even busier than Tokyo in terms of content. So we'll try to see if we will keep up with the performance that we're showing right now. We're at 53 FPS right now with the lossless scaling. We're at 105 FPS here at flight level 270. 105 FPS. It's extremely smooth. I don't even know if you guys can see, but you probably won't be able to see it on the YouTube video, but it's a very smooth. It is extremely smooth. Yeah. I mean, X-Plane should be like this without even having that lossless scaling thing. It should be this smooth out of the box, because the graphics engine is not, you know, it's not modern. It's still, I mean, it's not a 2024, let's be correct. It's not a 2024 graphics engine. It's still good though. It's not bad at all, in fact. But, you know, it requires some tweaking, obviously. And you realize how outdated it is when you start messing around with ray tracing and PBR, in-depth, you know, bloom and stuff like that. You start realizing that actually it's outdated, you know. Fog lights and stuff like that, it isn't possible yet on X-Plane. I wish it can be, but in fact there is the X-Plane enhancer, or whatever the name of that program is, that has the experimental possibility of having the fog lights enabled, and that definitely kills your simulator. That kills your simulator straight away. Alright, hitting ML back. What zoom level are we at right now? 80. Let's go down to 40 nautical miles. The range. We'll go auto brake 1. Just so you know, it is San Francisco. The runways are pretty large, pretty long. So we should be able to land pretty well. And yeah, we haven't gotten any dispatch for as far as, whoops, my bad. We haven't gotten any dispatch as far as which gate we will be going to. Let's check that out. Gate Echo 8. So Gate Echo 8. Let's look at the airport. Alright, gate Echo 8 is pretty close to 8 left. Can't complain. And here's our top of descent, guys. It actually works for the ILS. Passing by the city of Santa Rosa. Should be right underneath in a few seconds. There you go. Santa Rosa right underneath. Beautiful little town. Crazy amount of police officers. They have a lot of police presence at Santa Rosa. Not that it's a safe place or nothing, but they just have a lot of police, especially on the highway. And we're starting our descent right now. And we are starting our descent. We have no ATC tonight at San Francisco, so I'm wondering, why don't we just descend directly to 3,100 feet, so that it's gonna take us directly to our ILS interception altitude over He-Man, so we don't have to worry too much about this. we need to lose some speed, so we pull on the speed brakes a little bit. Beautiful. And we've reached the speed required to continue descending. They say that the altimeter is 2983. So we set that up right here. 2983. Now with the way the flight simulator is, with the way X-Plane works, when you look when you look towards the ocean, you get the highest FPS, and we're talking lower altitude. But then when you look towards the land, as you can see here, we got 35 FPS looking towards the left, but then we look towards the right and we're looking at 42 FPS. So my prediction, and this is just my prediction, we're gonna start losing FPS as we go down to San Francisco. And then as soon as we are at about 3,000 feet, our FPS is gonna be about similar to what we had around Seattle. But then we will be facing up north upon landing. And because of the fact that downtown San Francisco is located north, we may actually have some lagging. But again, it all depends on SFD and whether they correctly optimize the airport or not. Earlier, Seattle was not optimized simply because it's a default airport. And by any mean, you know, default airports are made on the gateway by people like you and I, and then some of the developers look at them only for the purpose of, I guess, judging people. What are we doing here? We're gonna take a heading of 104, so we fly parallel to runway 10 right and 10 left. They should be right underneath here, underneath these layer clouds. on the left side. And the left side will be passing by San Francisco downtown. Not sure if we can see it or not because we're passing by a cloudy layer. We may like, well, yeah, or we can see it from here. So this is downtown SFO. And you're looking at the Golden Gate Bridge right nearby. And on the other side, I believe that is Oakland Airport or something. I guess the old Oakland Airport. So just like I predicted, the FPS have gone down. We are at 31 FPS because it's downtown San Francisco. And X-Plane is managed by an American corporation called Laminar Research, so they cannot fathom to poorly model San Francisco. They have to add as many buildings as possible so that it kills their FPS. There's the landmarks here, there's a stadium, a lot of buildings here, another stadium looking building there. And now we have to descend to 3,000. Continuous left and right. And the landing lights going on. We no longer need any anti-ice since there is no accumulation. Oh, no. What word am I trying to find? Condensation. People are really hard on X-Plane for I don't know what kind of reasons are too hard for. Oakland on this side. Do we have any VATSIM traffic in Oakland? What the hell? There's a boat. There's a boat on the runway. There is no traffic here. Nobody. Empty Oakland. So we are expected to be at 3,100 feet over He-Man, which we're just crossing here, about this side. My God, the vibrancy of the ground, how busy it looks. It's just awesome. Doesn't look like MSFS, but it definitely looks like you're flying for real. I mean, Microsoft looks good too because it's photogrammetric, but Explain, although not being 100% realistic in terms of all the objects on the ground, still looks damn good. The highways especially is one of the best things Explain does. The highways are pretty good. Very convincing. Alright, direct hey man. And we go right here. Heading goes back to 284. So it lines up with the course. Yeah, definitely this is one of the things that Explain excels on. I want to say shame on you, Explain, for excelling in this, because this does not have to do with simulation, but the way they model their highways and the roads, I know they got satellite data. It looks pretty good, really good actually. And on MSFS, because everything is based on satellite imagery, the highways and the roads are not modeled very well. So Explain, you got both. You got the highways and the roads that are modeled really well, and you also have the vehicles on the ground that are also very well modeled. Except I don't see any vehicle here. Okay, the sun in our face. VOR localizer, we go flaps 1. When we go for a good level change. And since we're in on VATSIM, we have to go to the CTAF frequency of San Francisco. KSFO. And that is 120.50. San Francisco CTAF, good evening. This is United 737 on the localizer, runway 28 left, approach. So He-Man, we should be at He-Man at around 3,100 feet. We're obviously not, so we're gonna increase
1,000 to go.
our drag, so we can descend faster. And so we can beat our glide slope. On my turns off, taxi lights, wing lights.
1,000 to go. $2,500. 1,000 to go.
Alright. We intercepted our glide slope. All good. And now we'll just arm. Perfect. My controls, I guess my throttle. For flaps. 27, 28 FPS, 26 FPS, not too bad, until you try to move the camera and you feel that it's no longer as smooth as it used to be. But the views will be a good treat. So it is hazy, and that explains what that little scattered at 500 feet meant. So the missed approach will be 3,000 feet.
1,000 feet stabilized with approach altitude set.
Thank you.
Flaps. Flaps.
I know. I know. And that's my airplane.
Approaching 2-8 left.
So it's over trimmed. And sounds good. Traffic United 737 on final runway 28 left.
500.
Check.
400.
It is tough to maintain. Okay, we're clearing this hazy layer.
200.
We're looking for 50 over the numbers to have a good cross check.
100.
Let's go.
50.
And it's lagging.
40. 30. 20.
It's lagging.
10.
Long
It's
landing.
lagging.
Long
It's
landing. 9,000 feet
Touchdown.
remaining.
It lagged on me pretty bad. Kind of paused or something. As if it was loading scenery at the last minute.
80 knots.
Okay, manual braking. Okay. And obviously Batsim is angry at us because our FPS has gone crazy. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Francisco. Back eight to the left. Maps up. Company airplanes right here. We'll make a quick courtesy announcement.
San Francisco traffic, United 2681 heavy. We are 20 miles to the east, inbound ILS 28 right, San Francisco.
And San Francisco traffic, United 737 back into the runway via Echo. Expect gate Echo 8 via Bravo. And Tango, United 737 for San Francisco. Okay, so we can turn our landing lights off. Oh, the performance is horrible here, guys. It's really bad. I'll try to test the simulator offline one of these days without Sim Heaven X World, because I feel like Sim Heaven is what is causing all of this havoc. It's really bad, I'm telling you guys. I mean, as much as X-Plane is awesome to use and to fly, this performance, that is glitchy, laggy, like stuttery performance, is a big turn off. Like, really, it's really a huge turn off. And that's our turn right here.
San Francisco traffic, United 2681. We are on a...
And once again, too many objects here on the ground.
30-mile final runway.
Not very useful.
28 right, ILS.
I would rather have proper ground service waiting for me at the gate rather than 200 vehicles driving at the airport that have no real purpose. I mean, simulator wise, you know. Spot 7 Bravo. This is our entry point into our gates, and we're looking for Echo 8, which should be technically one of these two. Echo 8 right now here. Alright, taxi lights go off, and we should have a marshaller because it is an SFD scenery. There's even a guy walking at the airport. God damn. There you go. There you go. I told you. It's an SFD scenery, so, you know, Mr. X doesn't mess around. We know he's good. Okay. Let's follow. And we can see the reflection of the airplane. I don't know if it's a reflection or a see-through. There you go. At our spot. Let's go, parking brakes on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SFO. It looks like, let me see the landing here, what the landing rate was. Okay, we just complete these flights here. Oh, and it's even coming to us automatically. Wow. I mean, you know, the scenery is superb. There's nothing I can say about it other than good things, of course. But performance-wise, I don't know, man. It's a nightmare, honestly. Packs are going off.
Ground services requested.
All of the electricals off. Ground services coming in. Window heats. The yacht damper.
United 2681 heavy, short final, runway 28 right, San Francisco.
Alrighty. So everyone seems to be landing on the 28 right when we landed on the 28 left. Okay. So my PIREPs are completed. I no longer need VATSIM. Volanta, what does the landing rate say? We landed at negative 243 FPM, which is not too bad at all. We accept it, day and night. I mean, considering the lag, or what should I call it? Not a lag, but whatever happened, the stuttering upon landing, I will take it. Day and night, man. Day and night. And then SimFly is not loading my flight. I mean, it's not terminating my flight. I'm trying to terminate it. Flight results. Let's see how much money they gave us. Oh, nice. We got 0.87. Assigned packs limited by timers. Okay. Mentioned it. What's our mark? 81%. Okay, well. Why is it 81%? Probably because of a couple of things we didn't do. TCAS and lights. Oh yeah, okay. Well, let's just explain. But so far so good. So far so good. Let's take a look at our airplane from outside. Looks pretty good to me. Lots of passengers inside the terminal. And then we're gonna go here, hide all of the vehicles, the doors, close all of them, and we can simply go to replay here, toggle replay, hoping that it's not gonna crash. If it does crash, well then too bad. Okay.
1,000 feet,
Okay.
stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Our view over the wing. And it's lagging exactly the same way it lagged. Or I guess it's stuttering about the same way it did stutter earlier when I was on final. Same stuttering. See? There you go. My landing. Let's go ahead and see if the landing was really good on its own, but it's just the lag that kind of killed the realism a little bit. Let's look at it again. What a landing. There you have it, guys. And finally, we got threshold level here. And upon these words, I say thank you very much to all of you guys viewing this video. If you made it to this stage of the video, thank you so much. Remember to share, like, and subscribe if you like this content and want to keep watching more of Explain and MSFS videos on this channel. You're at the right spots. Once again, guys, thank you very much for watching us. Have yourself a good night.